Well, good day, everyone, and welcome to the shed. Look, I'm a little bit disorganized tonight, and I'm just fiddling around with the microphone, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. Yeah, I thought I would go for the doof doof music tonight. Let's get that. Yeah. For whatever reason, I can't turn the second camera on, the one I usually have up there. Oh, hello, darling. My wife is in the chat. Hello, Mrs. Shed Talk, as they call her. Yeah, I'm just a bit all over the place. First of all, a shout out to Emma and G in the chat. I'd set the time wrong, and it was going to be live in about 3 hours' time, which is about 11:30 tonight. So I had to quickly cancel it and remake another one. I've got the other computer open over here with things happening in the chat happening, and sometimes it's easier to look over there and see the chat. G knows all about that, and so I don't know how long I'm going to go for tonight. I'm a little bit, like I said, a little bit out of sorts. Haven't really prepared much. Haven't got anything on the go. The last few nights have been a bit up and down with stuff happening here and here, but things are happening slowly, I should say, at times, and sometimes happen hectically. So in my hot little hand here is a bearing. This is a split bearing. You can see it's in two halves. Yes, definitely can see the chat and the chatters, and I appreciate all the chat and the chatters in here. The the viewer counter was up to 11. Now it's dropped to 8, so it goes up and down. Now this may look okay, but it is worn, and the shaft that goes through this sits in this housing here. This is all part of the steamroller, right? It sits in there. So we've got to oh, hang on, just a few minutes. Well, actually, the win is I have a win every day, to tell you the truth. If you're able to sit here and watch this, communicate with me in whatever form you want to communicate. That. Righto. So this is the shaft. You can see it's a little bit rusty. It's been sitting around for a while. This here, this grey colour here, this has been spray welded. Now this is the area where it sits inside the cylinder casting, and gland packing goes around here. And over the years, the gland packing's gone hard, and it wore away. And ages ago, we got this spray welded by one of the guys in the club. Done a great job, so I just got to machine it. So long story short, this bearing supports this shaft, which goes into that casting I held up before, which is all part of the engine mechanism. No, Kerry, it's not a lottery win, but it is a win. So anyway, these new ones are getting cast at the Trades Guild. Now, I got to thank, once again, I've got to thank Emma for her help on this, and also the Trades Guild who are doing the work for me. They do a great job. The Trades Guild is a group of ladies and gentlemen who spend their time making patterns and doing castings. And in fact, I probably should find a video to show you what they do. If you've ever seen casting, I can show you an example of the casting process, and it's pretty pretty interesting because there's a lot of work that goes into it. And it really is a fascinating trade, that's for sure. Involves a lot of hand working, dirty environment, all that sort of stuff. So we'll get on to that later, but I will play a video. I'll share this screen. Right. Let's go here. We'll go share. And no, that's the wrong one. I told you I'm not organised tonight. Screen. Righto. Now, for those of you who are regulars, and Emma's on the lathe, she's doing some machining right now. And in fact, Emma does a live stream on doing videos on a program called Onshape, which is a CAD program. And I'll just play this little bit.
Print this one. I'm going to actually, I'll print one up and I'll make a core box and fit it all up and take it up, and someone else can cast it for Mark. I haven't got enough time. Sorry, Mark. I might get up there and have a bit of a go at it if we run it up there.
So that's quite the program. It's a free tool
of gunmetal that's actually
people like ourselves generate 3D images, and there's various, you can pay for it and get access to various tools and, you know, create whatever you want. Or if you're a hobbyist, you can create your own designs, and you can also it's all online, it's all done through your browser, and everything's saved, so you can bring in other parties, other people to collaborate with and work on designs. It's a great tool. It's something I probably should learn myself, but you know, this restoration project, although I'm doing the majority of the work, there's been other people that have helped me out, friends, family, my wife, you guys who watch each week when I come here and turn the camera on and tell you what I've been up to or trying to get done, or things are going wrong, or I might have misspelt something or something, you know, whatever it is. It's great to you know, have the support of everyone in the chat here and other people around me to get this restoration done, because if I didn't have this help, it would certainly take a lot longer. And there's been other aspects of the steamroller restoration that have that I wouldn't have been able to do, or it would have been a lot harder if I didn't have the help of the other people. So I'd just like to say a big thank you to everyone who's helped me out and who continues to help me, that's for sure. It certainly does take up a lot of time, maybe a little bit too much time, you know, but anyway, so this is pretty much, it was covered in crud a long time ago, built up. There was a piece that goes on top, and that's this piece here. Originally it was a casting, but it was broken. It was sort of broken across the top. Yes, I'll certainly get into that very shortly. So, and I made a new one, so that sits in there. I just got to put a piece of tiny small rod through there, about 3 millimeters in diameter, about 1/8, and it's ready to go back on the steamroller when we start putting everything back together. Right, let's get that out of the way, and we'll stop sharing this. Stop sharing. Right, let's just get rid of that like that. And there's another one that I was going to share a bit later on. I'm here now. I'm here now. Hope you can see me. Hope you can hear me. Right. So the big news is, as you guys know, going through this journey of YouTube, you learn things, you pick up new ways of doing things, techniques, software, and all that sort of thing. But probably the biggest thing I've learned is these things, sound. And you got to have good sound, because if you can't hear me, and I've had my share of mistakes. There was a noise outside. If you can't hear someone, generally speaking, your video's not going to be watched, because if people can't hear you, they won't watch you. The video quality doesn't mean that much. But anyway, these are the things that provide the really good sound for when I do the live streams, or when I do other, recorded content, which I actually haven't put anything up lately, and I need to, because the channel is suffering. But anyway, you can see that we've got a slight problem here, and that's the battery is starting to expand and pushing the lid up. So, and even on this one, it's starting to happen. All right, so you might have just heard that I got a text message, and that's from Mum. So they're watching, Mum and Dad are watching. But getting to the point, I reached out to Rode. Now, most of you, if you don't know who Rode is, they are a manufacturer of audio and also more recently video switching equipment. They do other things, podcast mics and things like that. This is not one of their examples, but it's they do similar sort of things, and they're well known in the audio industry. They make some really great products. So I reached out to them and said, this is the situation. I talked to one of their customer representatives in Sydney, who I've talked to before on another matter. And I explained the situation, and they said, look, sorry to hear that. Can you please provide us with some serial numbers, and we'll check into it. And I went home and took some photos and sent it to them. And I was upfront. I said I didn't buy them brand new. I didn't have the receipt for them. I said I brought them secondhand, Facebook Marketplace, provided all the photos. And g'day, Bill, thanks for being here, mate. And anyway, I said, look, this is the situation. And so they sent me this email back, and I'll read the email, because it's well worth reading, that's for sure. If I can find it. If I haven't. Nope. Like I said before, I told you I was a little bit disorganized tonight, but it's worth the wait. So reaching out to their customer support, customer service agent. So I talked to the guy on the phone, followed up with an email. And so the email I got back was, hi, Mark, thanks for sending that through. It appears that using an unofficial charger, so this here, it's got a little charging case, but it's an unofficial one, okay? Does the job, but it doesn't, it charges them, but potentially it's probably overcharged and causing the battery swelling. Anyway, it appears using an unofficial charging case, this can sometimes lead to overheating and battery swelling. It's strongly recommended moving forward, only use official Rode accessories with our products, which is fair enough. So when I rang the customer service agent and explained what was going on, he didn't write me off and say, sorry, mate, there's nothing we can do. It's out of warranty. You don't have a receipt to where you brought it from or anything like that. They just said, look, yeah, Bill, it's Tuesday, mate. Though their customer service is really good, and they just didn't blow me off and say, sorry. The guy said, here's what you do. Send us an email with the information, the serial numbers, and we'll see what we can do. We'll see if there's anything. So anyway, an email comes back, and I'll continue reading where I left off. And he said, with that being said, we recommend getting in touch with your local council to confirm that safely dispose of the products, being a battery, you know, e-waste and all that sort of things. And I thought that was it. I thought, okay, that's it, game over. And then down the bottom of the email and says, however, as a one-off act of goodwill, we'll be more than happy to send you a Rode Wireless Go Gen 3 with our charging case as a replacement, and ask that I register it when I receive it. So I'm getting a brand new product, latest generation, third generation of the Rode Wireless Go at absolutely nothing, at no cost to me. Now, that's just customer service. That just blew me away after reading that email. And I honestly can't thank Rode enough for going way beyond whatever they had to go and giving me a brand new product that's ready to go, that I didn't pay for. I didn't ask to be given or anything like that. They just offered. So I suppose I'd have to consider Rode now a sponsor of the channel, because they're sending me a product that, you know, I didn't, in my wildest dreams, I never thought I would be in this situation. You're absolutely right. You know, I couldn't believe my luck, and it's really brightened the day, because it's just something like that's never, I don't know, it's not that it hasn't happened before, I suppose it really hasn't happened before. Usually when something like this, an electronic product like this, is out of its warranty, and you've brought it secondhand, I mean, they've got absolutely no commitment to support that product anymore. They don't have to, but in this case they did. And all I can say is, if you're considering buying an audio product, especially for doing live streams or recording content, you look at the Rode range of products, because they're an Australian manufacturer. They do a lot of it they do their design and manufacture in Sydney. That's their head office down there. You can see, if you search for Rode, you can see short video clips of what they do and how their stuff is all made in-house. It's not overseas. Maybe there are some products in part of the Rode line that's made overseas, but I believe everything's done here in Australia. No, Bill, there's no contract whatsoever. No, not at all, Bill. It's just very good customer service. There's no contract. They're sending it free of charge at their cost. I don't even have to pay post. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Kerry. Sometimes, yeah, and sometimes, and that's why I titled the show tonight. And it was, you know, a polite explanation to, you know, I wasn't rude to the customer service agent or anything, because they know the game. And when you're talking to, so far the experiences I've had, when you do talk to one of their customer service representatives, they know what they're talking, or they're upfront with you and say that, look, this is the situation, but I need to move this up to a manager or something like that. And the other thing is, the phone conversation is crystal clear. There's no background noise. You can't hear anyone else talking in a call center or something like you have in previous times. So our mate Funk and Hungry says, it happened to me with Logitech after trying to fix an issue. They sent a brand new webcam without me needing to pay for it, anything, and keep the old cam. Yeah, that's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic, G. Yeah, Bill, we were talking about this on Discord the other night. I must be a bit low in the framing. Rode do have good products. Yeah, you're right, G. Look, I did not mention that I use actually I did. I did mention that I use their products for creating content, but I didn't say I'm this great big YouTuber and I demand that you do this. I just put it out there and asked, this is the situation. Is there I asked about a repair procedure. Is there a repair procedure for doing this? And this is the response I got. So I'm absolutely over the moon about this all happening. And this evening, actually, I got a text message to say that the item has been shipped to the courier and possibly turn up on Monday. So next week, I'll start using the new microphones. Now, Rode has a range of products, and I tell you what, let's have a quick look. So let's have a look at the Rode Wireless Go 3. Let's see if I can find the official one, because if I take somebody else's stuff, I could get a copyright strike. Righto. Let's get the ads out the way, and I'll run their promo. Let's get this set up. Yeah, G. It's certainly. Well, I didn't have any bad. I certainly didn't have any bad feelings against Rode or anything like that. I knew they made good stuff. There's plenty of people on YouTube doing reviews of their stuff. Some good, some not always good. Everyone has a different use situation. And what you've got to remember is these here they're designed and manufactured for people who do audio. That's what they do. But obviously, as technology progresses and people's usages change, it takes a little while to incorporate those sort of changes into your existing product, or you bring out a new product like I'm going to show. So this is Rode's promotional thing about the Wireless Go 3, the item that I'm going to be receiving. Hopefully I won't get a copyright strike out of this, but anyway, let's see how we go with this.
Hey everyone, Heen here. Let me introduce you to the 3rd generation Wireless Go, the latest edition of the world's most popular compact wireless microphone system. The new Wireless Go boasts every feature and convenience a creator could need without sacrificing the ease of use that the range is known for. With 32-bit float onboard recording, intelligent gain assist technology, and a host of next-gen features, the Wireless Go is the ultimate creative companion. We've taken everything you loved about the Wireless Go 2 to the next level, with an improved built-in mic, better display and controls, more advanced features, and for the first time ever, colors. Lots of colors. Let's check out all the new features of the new Wireless Go.
I might just stop it there for a second and just explain that these are the Wireless Go 2, so the older model, and there's absolutely, they pack a punch. They really do on what they can do. They've got a hotch and clip it on wherever, or you can plug it into slip it onto a camera like you saw, you know, a DSLR or something like that. The unit I got, I have the 2 transmitters and the 1 receiver. That 1 receiver is going into a switcher, which can accept obviously the audio side of things, but also the video. And I can control the volume via these, get that perfect gain, you know, exactly where I need it, or I can bring the volume up and down through the switcher. But there's also, these things also don't just record, they also can record on the device itself. So if you've got a backup, g'day Pete, how are you? So they really are, even though this is a 2nd generation, like an older model, they really do pack a lot of features into these things. And of course, these also integrate into their other products that they've just released as well. Thanks, G, for saying that for us. So we'll go back to the Gen 3 promotional thing. Peter, seeing you're a bit late in the chat, you missed things. Rode, I had a score, I've had a win. Rode is sending me a brand new set of wireless microphones, the Rode Wireless Go 3. And I'm just running the Rode's little promotional thing about the information on these units. So we'll go back to that now.
The Wireless Go features over 40 hours of 32-bit float onboard recording for each transmitter, just like our Wireless Pro. Not only does this mean you'll always have a clean backup of your audio, but it also enables a few different workflow options. With this feature, you can use each of the transmitters as a super compact and standalone field recorder, either using their built-in mics or with a lavalier or video mic connected to them. This works in tandem with another new feature of the Wireless Go, headphone monitoring. With a high-power headphone amplifier built into the receiver, you can connect a pair of headphones to the 3.5mm output and wirelessly monitor both of your transmitters as they record. Now, let's look at 32-bit float and what makes it special. If you're not familiar with it already, 32-bit float is a recording format that captures audio with an incredibly wide dynamic range. Essentially, this allows you to adjust the audio volume of your recording in post-production without affecting its quality. If the audio is too quiet, bringing up the levels later won't introduce extra noise to your signal like it normally would. More impressive though, if your audio file clipped because it was recorded too loud, you can bring the levels down in post, and you'll completely recover it. Absolute lifesaver. This feature gives you ultimate flexibility in post-production and peace of mind to focus more on what matters: creating. While 32-bit float is an incredibly useful tool for onboard recordings, the Wireless Go has plenty of amazing features if you want to record audio direct to camera as well. Firstly, the Wireless Go features the same improved built-in microphone as found in our Wireless Pro system. These new mics feature upgraded capsules and preamps designed to record audio with even more clarity and even less risk of clipping, distorting, or overloading the capsule. This ensures the cleanest possible audio at the point of capture before it even gets processed, transmitted, or recorded. Next up, the Wireless Go now features our innovative Gain Assist technology. This handy feature uses intelligent algorithms to automatically adjust the signal going from the receiver to your camera, based on how soft or loud your subject is. This means that the audio levels going into your camera will be perfectly balanced, significantly minimizing the risk of clipping and leaving you with less work in post-production. Of course, if you'd prefer to fine-tune your volume levels, you can manually adjust your output gain within a 30 decibel range, letting you perfectly tailor the output to your needs. We've also provided gain presets and instructions for setting the perfect levels on a vast range of popular cameras, making it super simple to perfectly match your camera. Finally, the new Wireless Go also has a safety channel mode, which creates a second track 12 decibels lower than your main channel, giving you yet another fallback option. All these features alongside 32-bit float recording make the Wireless Go extremely versatile in capturing, recording, and recovering your audio, ensuring you always have amazing sound for your content. The Rode wireless range has become renowned for its versatility, with the Wireless Go 2 being the first compact wireless mic to introduce a digital USB-C output alongside the analog 3.5mm output. These connectivity options and more carry over with the next-gen Wireless Go. This allows you to shoot content with DSLR and mirrorless cameras, smartphones, and tablets, and it can even serve as a USB audio interface for your computer or laptop. The Wireless Go features our state-of-the-art Series 4 2.4 GHz wireless transmission to deliver ultra-stable audio with an improved range of 260 meters or 850 feet. Because of this, it's directly compatible with our full range of Series 4 devices, including the Wireless Pro and Wireless Me systems, Interview Pro handheld condenser mic, and the current lineup of Rodecaster production consoles. Finally, the Wireless Go receiver now features a TRRS 3.5mm output, which means you can connect a third mic when using the system via USB. This could be a headset microphone or a lavalier mic that supports TRRS connectivity.
This space heater is being called the Tesla of heaters. It can warm up a freezing cold room from 7 degrees to 20 degrees in minutes without installations and expensive electricity bills. This powerful heater was created by Mike Saunders and Robert Jones, two ex-engineers from one of the biggest technology companies in the world. They wanted to provide an effective, safe, and affordable way to heat homes without the big costs. So after years of research and testing, they created a unique and powerful heater. This brilliant new alternative that warms up rooms in seconds for practically zero cost. The idea behind this heater is brilliant. The secret is the innovative ceramic heating technology that allows it to blow hot air faster than any other heating system and spread it through.
In addition to their high-quality built-in microphones, the Wireless Go's transmitters feature a 3.5mm input for connecting an external mic like a lavalier or video mic. This input now features a locking connector, so if you're using a professional lav like our Lavalier 2, you never have to stress about it being pulled out mid-shoot. The Wireless Go offers up to 7 hours of battery life, perfect for long shoots. To help the battery last even longer, the receiver features plug-in power detect. This feature automatically turns on your receiver when your camera turns on and powers it down when your camera is switched off. Now you can also charge all 3 units simultaneously using the included charging hub, as well as access onboard recordings, adjust settings, and update firmware with a single cable. If you'd like to keep your system safe, secure, and fully charged while on the move, we have also launched a dedicated charging case for the new Wireless Go, the Charge Case Plus. This case provides an additional 2 full recharges to your system, giving you over 21 hours of operation to keep you topped up between shoots. The Wireless Go features an upgraded display with improved clarity and definition, making it super simple to check your levels, recording status, and other key information immediately. The intuitive and customizable button interface makes it super simple to adjust settings on the fly, as well as drop markers, enable mutes, and more. To make triggering onboard recordings even easier, we have also added a dedicated button to both transmitters, giving you complete hands-on control of when recordings start and stop. Last but certainly not least, the Wireless Go now comes in a range of striking finishes. This is the first time any product in Rode's wireless range has been available in colours other than the timeless black or white, giving you the chance to personalise your on-camera presence even further. And that's everything. We hope you're as excited as we are about the latest generation of Wireless Go. We can't wait to see what you do with it. Now, go create.
Wow. So let's get rid of that. Yeah, I'm put my glasses on so I can see, eh? Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about them and what they can do. You can see Shed Dog 2, Shed Dog 1 is there. Shed Dog 1, 2, Shed Dog 2, come here. Shed Dog 2 is in the house. That's only because, as you've seen, I stepped away and went and made a cup of tea. I'm sorry, Bill, that you've got a disturbing time. It's quite disturbing for all of us at times. Yeah, you're right, G. Very cool. I really am very thankful. I'm very lucky to have something like this happen. And once again, I didn't expect it to happen. So obviously I'll do the right thing and, you know, take these for disposal. I might just grab any sort of, the dogs are around, any sort of audio that's on there. Hey, AJ, how are you, mate? Thanks for being here. If there's any audio on these old ones, I'll definitely take that off and get that, you know, stored away. So the shed dogs, you can't see, and like I said, unfortunately, for whatever reason, I can't seem to get the software here to pick up the other camera like I normally do. So I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, it is what it is. So we'll just keep going. Oh, yeah, you're right, Pete. Yeah, I just, I try not to do that. So I'm chomping down on a biscuit and a cup of tea. I got the dogs either side of me watching. And so those of you who are late or haven't been here before, most of you know, that's the steamroller we're currently restoring. We've been working on it for over 7 years. And in that time, we've built a brand new shed. I've broken my ankle. We've built a shed for my wife. You know, she's got her craft room up off the ground. It's not on the ground. It doesn't get flooded anymore when we get excessive rain. So we've had a few setbacks, but slowly but surely we're having wins as we go along. We've had wins with the steamroller in terms of the various parts that have been missing that have come back to it. You can see in this photo that there's some parts missing off the end of this shaft here, which are the drive gears. They engage with the other gears here. They were missing for a long time. I'm going to down this. Oh. Sorry, folks, I didn't want you to hear me chomping away on a biscuit, but I will have a slurp. Now, it's good Yorkshire tea. I quite like it, actually, the old Yorkshire tea. My mate Mark, who helps me out on the steamroller at Old Petrie Town, he's a Yorkshireman, and I should have sent him a link to this video. In fact, I should get him over here one night, and in fact, yeah, AJ. I might invite him over next Thursday night, and we can have the two microphones and have a chat. He's a bit hard to understand. He's got quite a heavy accent, being a Yorkshireman, but yeah, he's a bit of a fun character to be around, that's for sure. Now, I'll share another. Oh, thank you, G. Thank you. In fact, there's something I've been eyeing off for you to review that I haven't seen you review, and I think you need to do it. So what I'm going to do, when they're on special again, I'm going to grab them and I'm going to send them down to you. So I'll have to get your PO box address because I don't think you've reviewed these things. But anyway, we're going to go back to a video I did a while back, and we're going to be sharing my screen again. This is the broken casting that I did ages ago, and I probably need to do a new thumbnail up for it and show you what it is. But here we are.
So we've got the bracket for the fire door, which is obviously broken. I've got it now set up. I'm going to braze it up and use these.
Now, unfortunately, I can't really do much about the audio on that. I think this is way before I even started learning about doing good audio and stuff like that. So it's probably a little bit soft, but I'm brazing up part of the original broken firehole door casting, or the hinge for it anyway.
There we go, these bronze flux coated rods, and to weld it back together. And here we go.
Right, I'll just stop it there and I'll just explain what I'm doing. With welding, depending on what you're doing, but in this case, you need to, when you do welding, things need to be clean. And in some cases, or most cases, you need to do like a weld prep. And that involves cleaning. That could be involved putting a little chamfer on something. You may even have a bit of a gap so that you can get good penetration into the bits of metal you're trying to weld together. This is a process called brazing, where I'm using the heat and a filler rod to join the two bits of metal with a different type of alloy. It's quite a common process that's used throughout industry. You know, plumbers use it for putting copper pipes together. Well, not so much copper anymore, but it's a process of sticking things back together, especially broken castings and things like that. What you can't really see here because of the brightness of the flame is I'm actually getting parts up to a light cherry red, or maybe a little bit hotter than that. That way I can facilitate the pink stuff on the outside of the rod is called the flux, and that helps you join the two bits together or weld the two bits together. If you didn't have that flux, you'd have no chance of actually joining the two bits together. It'd be a complete mess. And doing it this way, as you can see, I've got a good colour there. Maybe a little bit too hot, but this is my first real brazing that I've done in a long time, so it's a little bit rusty. But it certainly worked out really well. And I've since done it again on a similar sort of casting. I've got the old chimney base here, which I may even have a go at doing the same sort of thing, but I've got a job coming up soon. I've got to do some more brazing. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, AJ, it does look a bit intense, but once you do it a few times and understand how the process works, it's not really that complicated. It's a bit of hand-eye coordination, knowing when to take the heat away, when to put it back on, all that sort of stuff. And there's plenty of videos on YouTube of people showing how it's done, like I'm doing it here. All the late bloomers coming in. We're up to 14 people watching now, which is pretty good. Might be some fancy channels they're tuning in, which I don't mind. So this is all pretty well shot in real time. This is how long it takes to do this particular part, and I'll get to the stage where I braid both sides together. Pretty well as soon as I take the heat away, it stops running. It does run like a liquid. I'm just going back and making sure that I got everything in case I missed something. As you can appreciate, it's still
so
quite
that
hot.
went better than was I. It definitely went well. We'll need a little bit of cleanup, so we'll let it just cool down a little bit before we flip it over and do the other side.
Oh, there we go. It stopped. There you go. There's some of the crazy things I watch. So that was it. I actually did flip it over and finish it off, and it's worked out really well. It's over on the shelf there, and it actually fits onto the boiler really nicely. So it worked out really fine. I probably should have done a part 2. Like I said, that was when I first started videoing and I didn't have an external mic or anything like that, or maybe I didn't use it or something. I just put it on. Yeah, you're right, Bill. Yeah, it can be. But once you start doing some basic things like that and getting things into a bit of a process and understanding the process, it doesn't take long to transfer your skills to other welding processes. Excuse me, that cup of tea is working. Now, obviously, not everything can be welded. Dissimilar metals and things like that. There's a lot of processes. It all depends on how much you want to spend, how much time, all that sort of thing. For most of us, if we want to weld something together, it's going to be steel, and we get 2 bits of steel and get the welder out and we go bzzz, you know, with an arc welder, and we go, oh wow, look at that, look how good my weld is. And you know, compared to someone who does it every day, your weld might look like a pile of bird droppings or something like that. I know that I've certainly done that over time when you go to do a weld and you think, oh yeah, that looks really good, and then you chip the flux away and it's just, you missed all over the place, and you got to grind it out and start again. But with anything, that looks really, it comes with practice. And if you can, you know, start doing something and practice, you know, and build on your skills, and you get better and better over time, that's for sure. Right, so moving right along. I've showed this one before as well, but this is the one of the large erecting shops in Fowler Steam Plough Works back in the day, and more than likely this is where our steamroller was put together. As you can see, this was taken. Hey, come on! I might have to go get those dogs. Probably not. This was taken around about the 1920s. I do have an exact date. A gentleman contacted me. He was watching one of the live streams and did tell me where this photo was taken and where it was. Colonel, g'day. I'm doing well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you being here, mate. I hope you're doing well as well. Yeah, absolutely right, Bill. We all start out doing basic stuff in terms of welding and whatever else. And this project has certainly taught me a lot, that's for sure. You know, getting to work or working with other people, learning their skill, or, you know, learning what they're into, their skills and things like that. It'd be nice for me to sit here and, yeah, I appreciate you checking in, Colonel. I really do. Thanks, mate. You know, it'd be nice for me to say that I can do everything, but I just can't. And that's the honest truth. I just can't do everything. As much as I want to, as much as I try, sometimes it just doesn't work out. And that's when you have to reach out for help. And there is certainly plenty of help out there. If you ask the right people, obviously, you'll come across people who won't want to help you. I'll get myself back on screen here. Here I am. There's people that you'll come across that won't help you or won't be able to help you. So you just thank them for their time, or they might be able to point you in the direction of who to talk to or someone who can help you. And so you move on to the next person until you find someone who can help you. And we all need a little help from our friends, is the ultimate words of John Lennon and the Beatles, you know, and that's true, just absolutely true. We all need a little help from our friends. And is that a hot dog or a burger? What is that? Funkin' Hungry? Is that a lobster or something, is it? Sushi. Oh, sushi, righto. Funny looking sushi, yeah. I'm glad we can all agree on that, that's for sure. So yeah, just to recap tonight, for those of you that weren't here earlier, or you might have missed out, these are the wireless microphones that I use. They're made by Rode. These are the second generation, and this starting to show seashells by the seesaw. No. Showing signs of the battery starting to go. So I reached out to Rode and asked if there was a repair procedure or if they can be repaired. They said no. They asked for more details in terms of the serial number, sent all of that information to them, and they said, look, unfortunately, because I use this charging case, it's not really compatible. We recommend you use our stuff. And as an act of goodwill, they're going to send me the new generation of Rode wireless microphones, the 3rd generation of these ones, and I am absolutely stoked about that. Couldn't believe that they would do this, and I'm just over the moon. So big thank you once again to Rode for doing this. They didn't have to do it, and they are. It's just fantastic, and certainly I'll be giving them a bit more of a plug. I'll definitely update the description in this video. But on that, I'll say thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in tonight. You've been a wonderful audience as always. Really appreciate the support. Our two members, I've got memberships open on the channel. If you think you can afford to afford to support me in any way. If you can't support me financially, I appreciate you being here and taking your time to check in and say hello. That's fantastic. I really do. But so our two members is Mrs. Austin. Most of you know Mrs. Austin, just read already, and also Dogface. He's not in the chat tonight, but Dogface is also one of the members on the channel here. So I really appreciate them, because I got to give them some more love. I've got to do a bit more work and get that happening. But I appreciate everyone being here. I hope you look after yourselves. Say good day to everyone and yourself, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now. Whistle.